Hello, I'm William Pace. The William Pace Show is on location in Racine, Wisconsin. Racine, Wisconsin is known for its many, many fishing charters. So today we'll be talking with Mel Both. He's going to take us out on a ride on Lake Michigan. And then we'll be talking with the Executive Director, Dave Blank of the Racine County and Conventions Visitors Bureau. And we'll end the show with a tour of the Wind Point Lighthouse, where we'll talk with Mike Cooper. That and more, all on the William Pace Show. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Matt Miller from Carl's Body Shop. We've been in business for over 65 years at the same location at 1120 Wayne Avenue. With our friendly and courteous staff, we can handle all your collision repair needs. We can handle your small minor dents and dings to your major collision repair. With our state-of-the-art paint booth and mixing system, we can have a perfect color match every time. We have ASC certified mechanics, full car detailing, and 24-hour towing. So if you need us, give us a call.
You've never seen a store like this. Puzzles Plus has thousands of jigsaws for all ages, up to 13,000 pieces, plus the latest 3D puzzles and award-winning games. Puzzles Plus has brain teasers to keep you sharp. Kids love floor puzzles and wooden puzzles. Use a puzzle caddy to store a puzzle in progress. Wooden puzzle boxes and Bill's boxes make great gifts. Puzzles Plus, located in the Fairfield Plaza in Beaver Creek, a half-mile north of Route 35, just 10 minutes east of Dayton.
The Mac Depot is Miami Valley's Apple Macintosh experts. With over 20 years combined experience, our technicians are knowledgeable and available to answer all your Macintosh questions for home or office. With our friendly sales staff, you're sure to get the best service possible. Our customers are very important to us. The Mac Depot is an Apple authorized sales and service center. We are conveniently located in Kettering on Dorothy Lane. Stop by today and visit our showroom. See the new products that Apple has to offer. Hello, this is William Pace, and I had a wonderful time at the Racine Marina on Lake Michigan. I arrived at the marina that morning and was astounded by the sheer number of boats that were docked there. I met with Captain Mel Booth, and we boarded his fishing charter, the Rod and Reel. He took us out on the dock in the direction of the open waters of Lake Michigan and explained that driving a boat was very much like driving a car, with only a few minor differences. As we left the marina, we saw many different types of boats, such as sailboats, yachts, jet ski, and fishing charters like our boat. We had a wonderful ride out on the lake with a great view of the Racine shoreline. And Shane, Captain Booth's trainee, showed us how the fishing lines were set up and attached to the boat. On our way back to the marina, Captain Booth must have lost his mind because he let me get behind the wheel and try out my sea legs. And while I got the hang of it fairly quickly and was having a great time, I let him do the docking. As the boat was tied to the dock, Captain Booth and I found a good spot to conduct the interview. I realized that my first time ever on a boat had gone over without a hitch, thanks to a great crew and a worthy vessel. Hello, I'm William Pace, and we're in Racine, Wisconsin, where they're known for their fishing charters, and my guest is Mel Both, who's been running a charter for over 20 years.
Right.
20 years.
20 years of pleasure.
Wonderful. Tell me, in the 20 years, what's been the most exciting thing that's happened to you?
I think the most exciting thing that's happened to me personally is my son and I were out fishing, and we hooked up a big Chinook, and it kept going around in circles around the boat. My son, being somewhat resourceful, jumped up on top of the hardtop and stood up there playing the fish as the fish collected all of our equipment from all around the boat.
From all the fishermen, then?
No, from our boat. We run 12 or 15 lines at a time.
Okay.
So this fish is picking up all this equipment, and when we finally got the fish in and we dumped all the equipment over in one corner, it looked like a tackle store in the corner of the boat.
Wow.
That was exciting for us. The other most, I think, memorable thing was last year, last Friday of Salmonorama, which is a big fishing contest here run by service clubs. And we had a fellow on the boat. We right near the end of the charter, we hooked up a nice Chinook, and the rod broke off right above the handle, the butt, and slid down the line. We thought about what we could do we wanted to get this fish in. It could have been the winner for the whole tournament. So Shane finally decided, here's what we're going to do. I'll be the rod. So he put on a pair of leather gloves, and he's standing there with the line holding it up in the air as the man is reeling, and the line is running through. So Shane was acting as the rod, if you would. We finally got it in. I think it weighed in at 7th place in Salmonorama for the year, and then I think it moved back 1 spot or something like that. So that was memorable to me.
What kind of fish can you catch in Lake Michigan?
You can catch probably a dozen different kinds of fish, but we fish primarily, sport fishers, for Chinook salmon, coho salmon, steelhead, which is a rainbow trout that goes out and to the lake and comes back in, brown trout, and lake trout. Lake trout are probably our stability. We always have the opportunity to go out and fish lake trout if we can't fish something else.
Are some of the fishes somewhat of a challenge to reel in?
Chinook salmon typically will take a decent size. Chinook salmon will take 150, 250, 350 yards of line before you ever turn his head. He'll just keep going. He just goes. Some of the lake trout here run into the 40-pound area. When they're down on the bottom and you're up here on top and they want to stay down there, when they get to be 40 pounds, they can stay down there. I don't care what you do. Sometimes we have to pick up all our equipment, turn the boat off, and let the person fight the fish to get them up out of the bottom.
Wow.
These fish are huge. They are
How long would they be?
physically. They're a big lake trout, 40, 42 inches long.
And
May weigh 40 pounds. They are not easy to catch, and they're not easy to hook up. You got to be smarter than the fish. You know?
Are all your customers here, are they all experienced?
No, we get people that have never seen a fishing boat before. We get, as I said, people from all over the world come here to fish, especially during Salmonorama. People come from all over the world. This is a big contest. We have the euchre contest, which is run out of Milwaukee. Bob Euchre, the sports guy, and it's for Make-A-Wish Foundation. And so they've been down here for years. They were smart enough to come down here to hold their fishing contest because they know the fishing is good down here. And nobody's going to argue with that. It's just true.
How many more years are you going to be doing this, you think?
Probably 2. I don't think we got to get Shane to get a license as a captain first. And then I've got to get enough confidence in him that I can go away comfortably and know that he'll run the business well.
So you're sort of training him.
Exactly,
right now.
exactly. I took him under my wing, I think it was 3 years ago. We've had some falling outs, we've had some problems. But, you know, he's a 20-year-old and I'm a 70-year-old, and both of us are hard to change.
Okay, great. Thanks so much for coming on.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Okay.
There's more to come from Racine, Wisconsin. Stay with us.
Robert M. Frank has been practicing physical therapy for over 20 years in all areas of physical therapy, including lower back pain, sprains and strains of muscle and ligaments, whiplash of the spine, muscular weakness and dysfunction, muscle spasms, arthritis, contusion and bruises, total joint replacement, herniated discs, shoulder injuries, and many other physical ailments and injuries of an orthopedic, sports, or neurological nature. Robert M. Frank Physical Therapy Clinic uses some of the finest state-of-the-art physical therapy equipment in all of its rehabilitation procedures. The Robert M. Frank Physical Therapy Clinic offers chronic pain treatments, as well as assistance with sports-related injuries. Mr. Frank and his experienced staff are here to help you from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Mondays through Fridays, and Saturday morning appointments are available. The Robert M. Frank Physical Therapy Clinic has 2 locations to serve you in East Dayton on Woodman, call 254-9715, and in North Dayton on North Main Street, call 277-2077.
Hey, look, over there. It's Kimasabe.
Kemosabe Auto is rounding up good people with bad credit. We specialize in automobiles from $200 to $2,000. Creative financing is also available with a down payment as low as $500. We have two convenient locations, 3997 North Dixie Road and 401 Whitman Drive. We also have a friendly and courteous staff. Stop in and see us today at Kemosabe Auto Sales.
It's summer inventory clearance time at Excess Baggage. Take an additional 10% off everything in our stock for a limited time. Only at Excess Baggage. Case closed.
Hello, I'm William Pace, and I'm in Racine, Wisconsin, and my guest is Dave Blank. He's the Executive Director for the Racine Convention and Visitors Bureau. Thanks so much, Dave, for being with me today.
Sure, William.
There are exciting things going on this summer in Racine, like the charters.
Yeah.
And we just were on the charters a few moments ago. A lot of excitement on the charters. But it's a big attraction here in Racine. Why is that?
The Racine-Kenosha area annually leads Wisconsin in the number of fish caught per charter trip. So people like to go where they think they're going to have success and have some fun. And so when there's a chance you're going to catch 12 to 15 fish per charter trip, they'll come to our area. And the fishermen really talk to each other. That's what makes it unique here, is that if somebody's catching something somewhere, they're telling everybody else, I'm catching this using this kind of bait. Whereas a lot of places won't do that.
So you have people coming from all over the country then?
Oh yeah, all over the country, all over the world to come fish in Racine.
And Racine is sort of known for that.
Yeah. We have a good charter group of about a dozen charter captains that go out in decent size, well-equipped, large boats, and they go out about 6.5, 7 miles, and they can catch some great Chinook and rainbow and brown trout and coho salmon. So,
what are some of the upcoming projects for the summer?
For this summer, there's a lot of things going on. We have this weekend is Italian Fest going on at Festival Park. We just finished with Salmonorama. That's an annual event. I think we have Armenian Festival coming up next week. There's always a lot of ethnic festivals coming up in Racine, and weekend after weekend throughout the summer and into the fall. And then in the fall, we have some pumpkin farms, and right now, and the apple picking. We just finished the strawberry season. I think raspberries are in now. So we're helping promote those kind of farm-type agriculture events as well.
Mm-hmm. Now, you've been the executive director for how long?
For 4 years.
4 years. And what do you like best about being the executive director?
I enjoy the diversity in the job. No 2 days are the same. Mm-hmm. I can be out promoting fishing charters one day, back trying to get motorcycle events in the city the next day.
So you run the whole gamut then?
Well, we do everything. We do basketball tournaments. We do yacht races. We just did the Hook Race, which is the second longest race in Lake Michigan. It goes from Racine to Sturgeon Bay, around Door County, and back into Green Bay and into Sturgeon Bay. And that takes about 2 days for the boats to do. And that's based out of Racine. We promote that. You know, then we do development of the museums. There's a large art museum that will be opening in the fall of next year. The third or fourth largest craft museum in the country will be opening in downtown Racine. Right over here, not too far away, will be a 100,000 square foot marine museum highlighting all the things that were invented in Racine. There's a lot of things invented here, from the garbage disposal, the malted milk, to Johnson waxed and case tractors. In fact, that'll house like 40,000 square feet of case tractors, and that'll be a great museum when that gets built in about 3 or 4 years.
Let's talk a little bit about the harbor.
Mm-hmm.
That was a major event, and it took, what was it, $25 million?
Something like that, yeah.
Like that. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the harbor is really what draws people to Racine. We know that 42% of the visitors come, at some point during their visit, they'll visit the harbor. There's a great restaurant out there. There's some nice hiking paths. And it's fun just to go around and look at the boats. We have these $1 million yachts and sailboats out there. In fact, there's more slips in Racine, the city of Racine, than there is all of Door County, Wisconsin. And Door County is known to be a maritime area. Well, we actually have more slips here. We have 1,200 slips in the city of Racine.
Wow.
And so you get the boats here from a lot of them from the Chicago area. I saw a couple today when we were out there from St. Louis and Peoria, Illinois, and the places that are inland that aren't blessed to have a Great Lake next door.
So Racine is really a sort of a tourist attraction.
Yeah,
so to
it's
speak.
an undiscovered. It's one that we're hoping to get discovered, but really, it's right at this point, it's on the verge of getting discovered.
I want to talk a little bit more about the harbor. I know it was a major undertaking. They had to actually drop stones. They had to build up the
breakwaters. Yeah, they had to build up the breakwaters. They had to build the peninsula out into the land, into the water there where they have the marina on. And that's how a lot of cities have done it. If you look at the old maps of where the lake used to be, it used to be up along this hill over here behind us. That's where if you look at the 1850s, that's where the end of the lake was. So cities all along the lake have done developments, and that requires bringing in lots of rock, dumping things in there, and then you bring some dirt in on top, and you can do some great land development projects that way.
Well, you know, when as you know, I'm from Ohio, and when I think of Racine, I think of Lake Michigan.
Yeah.
And so you've sort of encompassed the lake as part of the city and the activity and so
Well,
forth.
our slogan is "Great fun on a great lake," and that's what we're selling here in Racine, Wisconsin. Is great fun on a great lake, because even though a lot of locals here take it for granted, this beautiful lake for granted, the people from outside, the lighthouse and all the beaches and the zoo that's right on the beach here, and the marina, you can't see this in too many parts of the country. This does make Racine unique.
Very much so. Thank you so much for being with me
Sure.
today. Thank you.
Yeah.
There is more to come on the William Pace Show, coming to you from Racine, Wisconsin. Stay with us. Auto Exchange is known for fair prices and a wide variety of cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. In addition, they specialize in a wide selection of Cadillac automobiles. The Toy Store Auto Exchange has a full-service department. Whether you need an oil change or an engine replacement, the Toy Store can have your car in top-notch running condition. Serving the Miami Valley for over 18 years, the Toy Store Auto Exchange is located at 5649 Marina Drive in West Carrollton. We're open daily from 8 to 7 and Saturdays 9 to 3.
Royalty Magic Entertainment presents The Amazing Magic and Illusions of Larry and Jean Taylor. High impact and strong visual presentation, their award-winning magic and illusions will leave you spellbound. Come see a full day of magic Saturday, July 21st at the Baum Opera House in Miamisburg, Ohio. For information, call 937-866-8498.
Right now, we're having a super duper complete TV and wheel package sale of the year. A set of California wire 15-inch 100 spokes starting at $500 to 22-inch 180 spokes. We offer triple gold and all gold. A set of 20-inch chrome flat faces with tires and free installation starting at $2,200. JVC detached with remote $135. From 5.6-inch to 13-inch flip downs. Also DVD players. We stock all kinds of custom enclosures. We also have a full line of steering wheels. Don't miss out.
The Kettering Oakwood Automotive Service, located at 1018 Shroyer Road, a complete automotive repair shop specializing in brake repairs, drivability, alignments, and exhaust repairs. Whether it's major or minor auto repairs, Kettering Oakwood Automotive Service can have your car back on the road today. Call us at 293-0135 or 299-2468 for your next auto repair. The Kettering Oakwood Automotive Service, locally owned and operated since 1958.
Ever experienced something like this while car shopping? Not a shine wizard. We treat the $1,000 buyer with the same respect and courtesy as a $10,000 car buyer. No games, no hype, just nice cars at great prices.
To write to the William Pace Show, write to Post Office Box 3644, Dayton, Ohio 45401. If your letter is chosen to be read on the air, you'll receive a gift from the William Pace Show.
Hello, I'm William Pace, and we're on location in Racine, Wisconsin, and we're at the Wind Point Lighthouse, and I'm talking with the caretaker, Mike Cooper. Thanks so much for being here with us today. Now, you've been the caretaker for how many years?
Approximately 20 years.
20 years, and in the 20 years, what do you like best about the job?
Probably the gardening.
Gardening?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun trying to design and keep up with what's going on with the gardening and stuff like that. Plus the people coming in are all interesting because we get them from all over the nation. There's a lot of people who tour the nation looking at lighthouses, and it's interesting to meet a lot of them and talk to them, see where they're from and where they're going and what they've been to.
Tell us a little bit about the history of the lighthouses.
Well, this lighthouse was built in 1880, and at that point in time the U.S. Lighthouse Service owned all of the lighthouses. It was built here to cover 4 navigational hazards. One is the point itself, as it's the most obvious one when you look at the map. But off of the city of Racine, there's a reef that runs for approximately a mile and a half east and west, and it was kind of a hazard for ships. So they used this lighthouse to mark that reef along with another lighthouse. When they lined up the lights from the 2 lighthouses, they could tell where that light was. There's also a couple of small shoals that are located off of Wind Point, about a mile out in the water. It get fairly shallow, and it marked those 2 shoals as well. And the real reason they built it here was because when ships would leave Racine and Milwaukee and sail towards, say if you were leaving Racine and went towards Milwaukee, you wouldn't be able to see this point at night, and ships would run aground, and so because this thing sticks out in the water so far, it was a reason to build it here.
So the lighthouses are sort of to guide and direct the ships and the boats coming in, shore?
Yes.
So what are some of your other duties as caretaker for the lighthouse?
Well, if around here what I would do is just about anything that an average homeowner would do. Cut the grass, you do painting. One of the things that I would do that a normal homeowner wouldn't do is schedule meetings in the village hall. The keeper's quarters has been converted into partially my residence, the headquarters for the Wind Point Police Department, and the village hall. The village government holds its meetings here, and it's available to local residents that so they can come out and have, say, they have baby showers or wedding showers. We host weddings here on Saturdays quite often and stuff like that. So I'd schedule a lot of that in.
Let's talk about the lighthouse. There are how many steps that take you from the ground floor up here?
There's 144 from the ground all the way up to the light itself.
Now, where are we now?
We're on what they call the gallery, which is just below where the light is located, or the lantern room.
Okay, can we go upstairs to the light room then?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. Let's go. Well, we made it to the top.
Yes.
You want to tell us a little bit about this light? This is the light that you would shine out to the lake.
Right. This is a modern beacon that the Coast Guard put in here, and they still maintain this. So this lighthouse is still inactivated in navigation. A lot of the lighthouses on the Great Lakes have been deactivated, but this one is what they call a main turning light, and that means that it marks a junction in the shipping lanes. So about 8 miles east of here, there's a split in the shipping lanes, and that's what this lighthouse marks, as well as, of course, guiding for small boaters in the coastline here. The light itself is about has a 1,000-watt bulb in it, and it's magnified to 1 million candle power.
Wow.
And that light, it would be visible for about 40 miles or greater. However, because of the curvature of the Earth and the height of this tower, it's only visible for about 19 miles. But that more than adequately covers what the lighthouse was designed to warn the ships away from.
And it's only been recently that it was owned by the village, the Wind Point Village.
Yes.
Prior to that time, it was owned by the government?
Yes. When it was built in 1880, it was the U.S. Lighthouse Service. Then in 1939, the Lighthouse Service and the Revenue Service and a few others were combined into the U.S. Coast Guard. Then the Coast Guard had ownership of the building until 1997. And in 1997, it was deeded over to the village of Wind Point. As long as we maintain it as a historical site and maintain the buildings in a historical manner, the government will allow us to keep the property.
Great. Let's continue on with the tour of the grounds.
All right.
Mike, thanks so much for this guided tour of the Wind Point Lighthouse. It was a great thing to do. I think I finally caught my breath from going all the way up to the top. Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, William.
There's more to come on the William Pace Show, coming to you from Racine, Wisconsin.
Kettering Oakwood Automotive Service, located at 1018 Schroyer Road, a complete automotive repair shop specializing in brake repairs, drivability, alignments, and exhaust repairs. Whether it's major or minor auto repairs, Kettering Oakwood Automotive Service can have your car back on the road today. Call us at 293-0135 or 299-2468 for your next auto repair. The Kettering Oakwood Automotive Service, locally owned and operated since 1958.
More for Less grand opening is still on, located in the old Save-A-Lot building on James H. McGee Boulevard. Thanks to you, our customers, we're extending our grand opening celebration. Bananas, 25 cents a pound. Fresh greens, 39 cents a pound. T-bone steak, $3.99 a pound. Spare ribs, $1.69 a pound. 2 liter of Pepsi, $1.79. 1 gallon of milk, $1.99. Fresh white bread, just $3 for $1. More for Less is located in the old Save-A-Lot building on James H. McGee Boulevard. Come celebrate today.
The Toy Store Auto Exchange is known for fair prices and a wide variety of cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. In addition, they specialize in a wide selection of Cadillac automobiles. The Toy Store Auto Exchange has a full-service department. Whether you need an oil change or an engine replacement, the Toy Store can have your car in top-notch running condition. Serving the Miami Valley for over 18 years, the Toy Store Auto Exchange is located at 5649 Marina Drive in West Carrollton. We're open daily from 8 to 7 and Saturdays 9 to 3.
My Young Son Restaurant, located at 5186 Brant Pike in Huber Heights, specializing in the finest in Korean, Chinese, and Japanese cuisine, with live entertainment on the weekend for your dining pleasure. Carryout is available along with catering for special parties, holidays, and get-togethers. Come see our new spring menu celebrating our 18th anniversary. For our wine tasting dinners, call us for a reservation at 233-7764. My Young Son Restaurant.
What a wonderful world. To write to the William Pace Show, write to Post Office Box 3644, Dayton, Ohio 45401. If your letter is chosen to be read on the air, you'll receive a gift from the William Pace Show.
I've enjoyed my stay here in Racine, Wisconsin. I'd like to thank Dave Blank, the Racine County Convention and Visitors Bureau, the Radisson Hotel, Del Ish, and the Racine Concert Band. Gotta go. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.